Hi everyone, Jennifer here. Welcome to Lesson 1 of Faith's confirmation curriculum for this year and our first weekly video as well. We're hoping to do these every single week. So Pastor and I will go right on with you through all of the lessons up until about Easter time. So we are right here for you guys and right here with you. Obviously, we did a lot of work on Sunday with the different books of the Bible and starting to memorize those and look at those a little more. So this video is going to talk about some other stuff that we weren't able to touch on. First, I wanted to give you kind of a helpful hint, something that I learned in confirmation, just about remembering how many books of the Bible there are. So I don't know if they have this gas station around here. I would think so, but in Missouri, they have a gas station called Phillips 66. And there are 66 books in the Bible, and there is a Bible character named Philip. So that always helped me remember how many books of the Bible there are. If that helps you, awesome. If it doesn't, I'm sorry, and hopefully you can think of something else to help you out with that. So besides talking about the books of the Bible, another big thing in this lesson is the Old and New Testaments. Some people think the Old Testament is really boring, doesn't really have anything to do with Jesus, but really, the Old and New Testaments both completely point to Jesus, which some people think, how can laws and wars in the Old Testament, how can those point to Jesus? But they really do. It takes some studying, it takes some research, and a lot of reading through the Bible to really start to understand that and start to see that, but they all point to Jesus. And there's a really cool thing in the Bible called cross references. And a cross reference is where one part of the Bible quotes or connects to another part of the Bible, and it happens really often. One example I like to use is that when Jesus was on the cross, he said, my God, why have you forsaken me?" But he's actually quoting a psalm, which is in the middle of the Old Testament that happened way before Jesus was even born. So I don't know if you knew that, but that's always kind of a cool little thing for me to think about. Just how even the Psalms and Jesus dying on the cross, that's a very direct reference right there. I have this cool picture. I don't know if you can see it completely, but every line in there, every little arc, every color, represents a cross reference in the Bible. So you can see way over here would be Genesis, way over here would be Revelation, and all these arcs point to where they connect to one another. So you can see how the beginning connects to the end, all the middle parts connect too. There's so many. I can't even count how many cross references. I think on the website I got this picture from, it said there were over 6,000. So that also tells us that the Bible is reliable. It is trustworthy as one big group because it quotes one another so often and it connects in so many different and cool ways. So the last thing I want to touch on a little bit is something that's at the very end of your lesson here, just these two little pictures, and it's called law and gospel, which is two ideas that are found again throughout the entire Bible. Some people think sometimes the law is just in the Old Testament and the gospel is just in the New Testament, but not true. Law and gospel are in both the Old and New Testaments, so keep that in mind. The law is what tells us that we are not perfect. We're all sinners. We sin almost every second of every day. And no matter what we do or the bad things we don't do, we cannot earn our way into heaven. Nothing we do can get us into heaven. But the gospel tells us that even though we're not perfect, there is someone who is perfect, and that's Jesus. And he died on the cross to take away all of our imperfections and all of our sins. So that's really the main message of the entire Bible, is not just the person of Jesus and not just the godly nature of Jesus, but how he saves us. He has saved everyone in the past, everyone in the future. He saves you individually. That's the really cool part. And through him, we have access to heaven. So keep on working hard and going through lesson 1. If you have any more questions or comments, concerns, please reach out to myself or Pastor. We're here to help out in any way we can for the parents and for the students as well. And we hope to see you all on Sunday. Bye.